Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another monthly reading wrap up. So if you guys are familiar with this, you know I do it every single month, basically just going through all of the books that I've read in the past month. So for me, this month has been not super slow, but also like not the best month for me personally. I read 8 books in October and we did have some decent reads. I'm going to go through my statistics. If you guys want to see this for yourself, it's on an app called Storygraph. It's free. It's a bit like Goodreads, but just has more like analytic-y little type stuff like statistics and things like that. So I'm going to pop in here and just talk through my statistics for October. So I read 8 books and 2,367 pages, mainly emotional, light-hearted, dark and tense. Bit of a mix. We've got 63% fast-paced and 38% medium-paced, no slow-paced books this month. Then we've got 38% were under 300 pages and 63% were between 300 and 499. As almost always, it was 100% fiction. And then genre-wise, we had mainly romance, contemporary, and then a little dystopian, young adult, all that stuff. For the format, I had 1,974 pages, 8.67 hours of audiobooks, and it was 63% regular print books, 13% audio and 25% digital, which means it was like on my Kindle Unlimited app on my phone. And then the average star rating was 3.63 stars, so not too bad, pretty central. We had 3 4-star reads, 2 3.75, 1 1-star, a 3.5 and a 5. So pretty mixed, but overall kind of leaning better than worse, I guess. And you can see at the bottom here my kind of like reading, how it's spread out through the month. Obviously we had a very busy reading day on the 19th, but that's basically just how it spread out for the month. So yeah, those are my kind of statistic type things, and then I'm just going to go through all the books I read basically, and I'll go through in chronological order and just tell you my thoughts on them really. So the first book I read this one was one that I was very highly anticipating, and that was Bunny by Mona Awad. I've seen this one hyped up on TikTok a lot, and I was really excited for it because people said it was like a little bit what the fuck, like really a bit unhinged, and I really quite like books that leave me kind of thinking, that I have to kind of think about and maybe look at theories afterwards. I really enjoy that in a book. I actually find that quite fun. I like ones that kind of have massive plot twists or just like seem to be going in a just completely random direction, and I find it really kind of fun when books are just a bit weird and a bit odd. And I gave this one 4 stars. I did enjoy this one. I think it was definitely like, it definitely left me thinking, like the way I like books too. I really liked the kind of final line, but unfortunately it just wasn't a 5-star read for me. I feel like certain points were, but then other points just kind of dragged a little bit, and I found it a little bit slow at some points, and then other points I was really enjoying it. So overall I did like it. Am I 100% sure what happened? No, but I do find some of the theories really interesting, and I did kind of, I love seeing a bit of an unhinged main character, kind of unreliable, or just like not knowing what's going on some of the time. I quite like that in a book, which is probably a bit weird, but overall I did enjoy this one, so I gave this one a 4 stars, and I would, I think, overall recommend it, but I don't think it's quite as good as the hype on TikTok would make you believe. So next up I read Stuck on You, which I don't actually have with me because I went home for the weekend when I read this and I didn't feel like bringing it back to uni just to hold it up in a video, but I'll put in a picture here. This was actually a Christmassy romance that I didn't realise was a Christmas romance, and this I read for the shortest books on my TBR video, and I actually really enjoyed this. I thought this was really good. It was definitely kind of better than I expected. I had very low expectations because I got this from the works for like, I think it was their 3 for £6 deal. So I rated this one a 3.75 stars. In my review I just said it was a really cute story, but the end and final conflict resolution was extremely rushed, and I would agree with this. I feel like for the first almost quarter to a third of the book you weren't even really sure who the love interest was, and then it just felt the ending was very rushed. I feel like it could have been an extra 100 pages, or we could have like cut out some of the start bit and like added some more time onto the end, because it felt very rushed, and I feel like the forgiveness came very quickly, when maybe we could have had a little bit more grovelling, things like that. Then the next book I read was Love Her or Lose Her, which is the 2nd book in the Hot and Hammered series, and I did this as an audiobook. I've been reading or listening to this series as an audiobook because I find them so easy to get through. There is basically nothing of substance in them, and they are just like, you like, if you zone out for like 25 minutes it doesn't even matter. I gave this book a 1 star because it was awful, but like still entertaining, do you know what I mean? This is basically about a couple where they're kind of on the brink of divorce. They don't really speak anymore. They only have this like insane sex like once a week, because they've got insane sexual chemistry, which I never saw. I don't think at one point in this book that I've felt any connection between the characters. It's basically a book about the main guy being like, I think I actually need to show my wife that I love her, rather than just being a man and providing for her like I think I have to do. Like, it just seemed so pointless. And towards the end, the main girl was just even starting to annoy me a bit. Like, I wrote in my review that the book should have ended when she asked for a divorce in the first chapter. There was no way that these two are gonna end up together. They're just gonna get in another one of these situations. Like, it just seemed so ridiculous to me. Like, they were clearly so incompatible, and I just wasn't getting any good vibes from them at all, like as a couple. So yeah, overall it was a very bad book. The sex scenes again were awful. Like, I spoke about Fix Her Up in another video because I read that as well, and it was just so cringy, and the main character called her baby girl all the time, and I didn't think it could get worse. But no, because in this one he calls her honey girl all the time. And yeah, the sex scenes are so like cringe inducing. They're like so awfully written, which is surprising because Tessa Bailey's really popular, and I've got a couple of her books like It Happened One Summer and stuff still to read, so we'll see how that one goes, because I don't know, I hope that they are better, because that is really bad. Then we have probably my most anticipated book of the year, which I read and did a reading vlog for, so we'll link it up here, and that was It Starts With Us by Connie Hoover. I've taken the dust jacket off just because I think it looks significantly nicer just in the kind of binding, but this is It Starts With Us, and I gave this one a 5 stars. I give my full opinion in that reading vlog, but I absolutely adored this book. It was everything that I wanted it to be. I just really loved it. I loved having a kind of nicer ending to Lily's story. I think she deserved it so much. I love Atlas. I loved seeing them together. I really enjoyed this book. In my review, I literally just said it exceeded every single expectation, and that is so true because I adored it. It was so good and I was obsessed with it. Really love this one. So good. So yeah, if you loved It Ends With Us, I would definitely recommend this one, but just pre-warned, it's like written as an extended epilogue. Like, it's not meant to be a crazy new story or anything like that, so don't go in with like insane expectations for like a groundbreaking novel. It's just like a really nice story, I thought. Then I read another book for the shortest books on my TBR video, and that was the Honey Don't List, which was actually a very surprising favourite for me. I was very pleasantly surprised by this book. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. This is basically about 2 assistants working for this TV couple, and the couple's basically on the brink of divorce, but they're kind of having to put on appearances, and the assistants are basically trying to keep everyone together, like keep them their jobs and stuff, obviously because the whole business kind of relies on this couple staying together. And I really like it. I liked that some parts are kind of written as like a transcript from an interview. I really love when books do like different formats, stuff like that. I really liked the couple in this. I thought the conflict resolution was good. It felt like it wasn't like the third act conflict. It wasn't too bad that I can forgive it, but there was like a good like reconciliation I really liked. I thought they were really cute together, and overall I really also liked the location for this. I thought the setting of it being a lot of it on a tour bus, on the road, in hotels, I thought that was quite unique and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this was a very pleasant surprise, I think, and I definitely need to pick up more Christina Lauren stuff, because I've read The Soulmate Equation, The Honey Don't List now, and The Unhoneymooners, and I really liked all of them, so I'm definitely going to pick up some more, and Love in Other Words. I need to get around to that one because everyone loves that and it sounds incredible. Then we've got The Bride Test, which is the second book in the Kiss Quotient series. This follows Kai, I believe, and Esme. And Esme has been asked by Kai's mum to move from Vietnam to America to basically be a wife for him. He is autistic, I believe. And his mum really wants him to kind of settle down, but Kai very much believes that he can't fall in love. And it's basically a kind of, not fake dating really, but it's kind of like forced proximity type of thing. I liked it overall. I gave it a 3.5 stars. And unfortunately to me, I just felt like at the end something happened and it just didn't really feel very genuine. It felt a bit forced, and I didn't like that it felt like that, which made me feel like the end kind of ending up together was less earned, I guess, or just like less impactful. I'm trying to be very vague about this because I don't like to give spoilers, but overall I did enjoy it. I definitely will be reading the next book in this series, which I believe is The Heart Principle. But yeah, unfortunately I kind of think that the ending of this book ruined it a little bit for me. It probably would have been a 3.75 or 4 stars, but 3.5 is still good. I still enjoyed it, so it was a good book and I would recommend. Then I read a little short story by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read Evidence of the Affair and I gave this one a 3.75. It was a very short book. I think it was less than 100 pages. It's basically told in letters between a woman and the affair partner of her husband that she finds out. She basically encloses like evidence and they start talking and getting to know each other, and the whole thing is told through letters, and I thought it was really good. There was a little kind of plot turn that I wasn't expecting, and I did really like it. I never really rate short stories all too high just because I feel like I need a little bit more development and stuff, but a 3.75 is a very good rating for me, and I did enjoy it, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I would recommend it. It's a very easy read, very quick. Then we have the last 2 books I read this month, which were firstly Shatter Me, which is obviously the first book in the Shatter Me series. I did a full reading vlog for this one as well, so I won't go too deep into my thoughts, but I gave this one a 4 stars, I believe. I really enjoyed it. It's very fast paced. Everything moves very quickly, including the kind of character development of feelings, things like that, and I do think it could have been longer, but overall it was very gripping and I really did enjoy it. And then I also read the second book, where is it? The novella from Warner's point of view. It's just a bind up of 2, but it was Destroy Me, which is like the first half of this book, and I gave that one a 3.75, I believe. Oh no, I gave this one a 4.5. So oh yeah, really liked this one as well. Both of these I really enjoyed. I'm really liking this series and definitely wanting to continue on. I'm very excited to continue on. It's probably the books that I'm most excited about at the moment. But yeah, these definitely exceeded my expectations because I heard mixed things, and I'm really glad that I'm enjoying them. So yeah, a 4 stars and then a 4.5 from these 2. Again, really enjoyed those. So yeah, those were all the books that I read this month. Obviously a little bit of a slower reading month. I'm kind of debating between being like, it doesn't really matter, and then no, I really want to finish like my reading goals because I'm trying to read 100 books this year and I'm on like 78 or something. But yeah, overall I am happy with all the books that I read this month. We have a good variety. Obviously these aren't all of them, but these ones were very good. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the bell to join a little club, and make sure you turn on all notifications. Then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on screen now to pick from, as well as a low linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!